So I have a lot of people ask me about the quiet books that my mom made, and believe it or not, I don't carry them around everywhere. They're a little large, even though they are absolutely amazing. So I'm making a couple videos to show everyone who's always asking about them, because I agree. I think they're absolutely epic, and yeah, I guess I just want to brag about how awesome my mom is at making quiet books. So this is the first one she made for my oldest son. He was really into Paw Patrol at the time, so it's got a Paw Patrol theme to it. The detailing on the front, I just can never get over all the little propeller blades and the plane, and she's got his name on there. And even cooler, you can actually open up the tower, and she's got all of the pups in here, the original 6, and each one is a little finger puppet. So you can play with all the little Paw Patrol characters. And she builds all of these with her own homemade templates, which I think is just even more amazing. She'll get ideas off the internet and just has a really crafty mind. And yeah, so that's the title page. You've got all the pups in the tower. I go ahead and open it up. So here we have like a color matching activity. You can take all the little paw prints out of the house and match them up to the colors on the page. You can snap the little doghouse closed. On this side, we've got our ladybug, so you can practice opening all the little buttons. And his wings open up, and this one's a little more free play. You can decorate your ladybug with all the different spots. And there's a few little tactile embroidered ladybugs throughout the page too. On the next page, oh, this is one of my favorites. So this is actually a game of memory. There's all these little buttons with different jungle animals on them. And the really cool thing about this, when you find a match, you pull them off, they're just Velcroed in. And yeah, so you can play against someone, match them all up, and then mix them all up to play again. So there's a toucan here somewhere too. There's a camel. There's our little toucan. Yeah, so it's a new game each time. You can mix them all up and play again. This one you see in a lot of quiet books, just practicing lacing and tying a shoe. This one is our oranges and apples tree. And another thing that I love so much about this quiet book, for me, it's really special. All of these kind of older style buttons, they were my grandma's. When she passed away, when I was a little girl, I took one of her tins she had laying around the house, and it was full of all these buttons. I loved little knickknacks as a kid. So yeah, it's really special for me that my mom was able to incorporate that into these books for my boys. But you can pick all the fruit off the tree. They're just snapped on, and put them in the basket to take out the other fruit if you want to make it just an apple tree or an orange tree. Snap the fruit back onto the tree. And then if you want, you can take your fruit over to this page and have a little picnic. There's a picnic blanket all set out, and you can also play with the weaving on the basket. So you can practice weaving the basket. But inside the basket, you can set up a whole little picnic. You've got your milk and your fork and your spoon and your knife. A little cookie for dessert to go with your apple. There's a hot dog that you can put in the bun. A little carrot, watermelon, and a plate. So you can set out your little snack. And we've got all these little critters joining us on this page too. pick some fruit to add to your snack. And yeah, that's the picnic page. Then we've got another Paw Patrol theme. We've got our Marshall page. Again, like my mom just created all of these without templates, which I think is pretty impressive. But this one is showing you how to do up his collar. You can undo and do up the collar. I'm doing this with one hand, so I'll skip that. More little critters you can play with. I don't know if you can see, there's a little black ribbon that runs for each car. For those of you familiar with Little Blue Truck books, we've got Little Blue Truck here, and he can run along the black ribbon, so the cars can drive along the road. And there's a couple little button cars, so again, a different sensory experience. And the fire truck with the little ladder and bucket, again, made with all my grandma's buttons as the hinges. This page is our train page. Actually, this is one of my son's favorites. It's shape matching. So you can put all the pieces to the train inside of the little basket here that the train's pulling. But yeah, all of these different shapes come off. You've got your driver, you've got the big long purple rectangle. Your star shape and your diamond and the oval on the front. Again, bunch of grandma's buttons all throughout here. These little red ones, these little ones for the tires. So yeah, you can take all those out and build your train. And there's another little ribbon here with little train buttons, and they've got a little tunnel they can go through, so you can run your little trains through the train tunnel on the tracks. Then we have a counting page, so all your numbers 1 through 10 on this cute little jellyfish and the little smiley beads. And then another kind of freeform one. So there's this little mouse who eats the cheese, and you can put him through the holes and weave him through all the little holes. He's pretty neat. My mom made him out of the soles for shoes. The little gray material, that's what that is. So he's pretty cute. And then there's a little mouse here. You open up his door. And one that kind of runs by the sleeping kitty cat. Oh, this is a fun one. Yeah, so on this page you build butterflies. So the wings come off the butterfly. And there's more wings in here. If I can get it unzipped. Here we go. Harder to do with one hand. There's a whole bunch of different wings to choose from, and they're actually double-sided. So if you flip them over, you get a different looking butterfly, so you can match them up, or you can be silly and create 2 different types of wings on your butterfly. Yeah. And it kind of plays with inversing the colors. You got the red and yellow one, and your pink and blue. So yeah, that is the first of the 2 quiet books. This was actually made with a Paw Patrol t-shirt, and she's got it all bound together. You know, the edges are all sewn in, so it's been pretty durable. Actually, you know, this one is 6 or 7 years old at this point, so yeah. Anyway, that's quiet book number 1. Thanks for watching.